Hi folks, thanks for joining us on this video. If you're new here, I'm Willie.
And I'm Sarah.
We're a musician and artist, and at the end of last year we moved to a nearly 200-year-old cottage on the Isle of Skye in the Scottish Highlands with our dog, Jack Spaniels.
We can't believe it's been a whole year since we moved into Skye-Life Cottage. So this week we reflect back on everything we've achieved so far.
We'll take you through the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows of island life.
Plus, watch to the end to see the best of our blooper reels from the past year.
From the ridiculous to the chaotic and quite often hilarious goings-on behind the scenes whilst filming for this channel.
Join us 1 year into
Living the Skye Life. Before we get started on this episode, we'd just like to say a massive thank you to the 50,000 plus subscribers that we now have on the channel.
We work a couple of weeks in advance for our videos, so that's why we're just saying it now. It literally just happened a couple of nights ago. We are just blown away by that support. Thank you so much to everyone that has watched and subscribed to our channel, and
let's get on with this episode, eh?
Hi folks!
First of all, we'd just like to say thanks so much for sticking around with us for a year. It's been 1 year since we started the channel today, and that's why we're filming this right now.
Our Skye-versary, if you will.
Skye-versary, I like that.
We thought our New Year's episode would be a good way to round off the year talking about how it's gone, the ups and the downs. 1 whole year?
Yeah.
Where has that time gone?
I've absolutely no idea. I don't think we've had a chance to think about it, to be honest.
We feel like we've done so much in the time we've been in this cottage, but it almost didn't happen at all. We almost didn't end up here, which is crazy to think about, and
it's not my fault.
No, it was my fault. I was the one getting Zoopla updates for all the properties in the Highlands and on Skye as well. I genuinely deleted the email that had this cottage in it because I looked at it and I thought, oh, it's just too small for us, you know, we've got 2 studios where we need to work, we've got Jack, we've got all these hobbies and all his stuff, and also it was pretty remote, so it wasn't within walking distance of the sort of amenities that we wanted.
You mean the pub?
With the pub, yeah. But Willie asked me, oh, we've not had any property updates recently, there's been nothing coming up, and I was like, oh well, there was one, but I didn't think it was right, and he was like, show me. Found it in my deleted items and showed it to him. He was like, we are looking at this property.
Yeah, and so we did the next day.
We were very lucky that because we were working for ourselves, we had that flexibility. We could just go at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. It
wouldn't have happened otherwise, because buying a house in the really popular places like Skye, you've just got to be able to move so quickly. It was a second home and a holiday let, and we know that we were up against people that had that kind of money that could just jump straight in. So we knew we had to get in here, have a look, and put our case across to the owner. I can't actually believe how much we've done.
No, it's quite insane really when you think about it. When we first moved in, we had the house, the spare room, everywhere was just full of boxes. And I was working in the living room, actually where we're sitting.
Yeah, I was in the spare room with all of my stuff in this tiny little space, and whenever we did laundry, it was just everywhere. The first stage in that was building the shed, because the buyer was basically the shed. So you had to build a shed and a wood store. And I say you because I did very little.
Well, it wasn't just me. Richard helped out massively.
Yeah.
And that shed, I just basically learned how to build a shed from Richard. But it was amazing what we did in such a short period of time.
The whole process of doing the outbuildings started back in February time, which was pretty harsh conditions. These guys were out in all weathers. I don't know what we would have done without having a neighbour like Richard. No,
without him here to show us, I would have really struggled.
So you got the shed finished within a month. I think the buyer process itself was about 3.5 months. Richard was helping with the roof and the door and the window. Your friend Ian came up and helped us out loads by helping with the build. Did all of our electrics for the buyer, and he was just really ace, wasn't he?
He was ace as well. Ian and Richard were both absolute stars, and we couldn't have done it without them, so nice one, guys.
Thanks so much, guys. It was a huge undertaking. Even I jumped in and did some work, the plasterboarding and the insulation.
You did loads. You did loads.
We were always going to make a few mistakes, but we did it, and honestly, that day when we completed it, that was pretty emotional.
It was very emotional. a lot of emotion in this house in a really positive way. But it could have gone absolutely the opposite way. We were using our YouTube channels, Sarah's channel, She Walks, She Paints, and my channel, Dirty Secrets of Scotland. We were using them as a springboard for Sarah's art mainly, and my music as well. And then we thought when we came here, we'd start this YouTube channel just to sort of tell our viewers what was going on with the move. We thought there might be a bit of interest with it being Skye, but we certainly didn't expect it to rocket the way it did.
We thought we maybe should touch on our old channels because they obviously have lain quite dormant since we moved. We thought, you know, a break of a couple of months, we'll get the work done on the buyer and then we'll be able to get them going again. But we just couldn't ignore the response to this channel.
No.
And it just gives us the freedom to do so many of the things that we love doing and sharing them with you all, and everyone seems to really enjoy seeing that. To reintroduce our old channels at this point is just not really possible because it would take our focus away from Skye-Life and what we're doing, and also just from ourselves and our work-life balance. But we definitely will be bringing in more features from both those. They're both still things that we really enjoy doing. I'm still painting, we're still going out on walks when we can.
I do miss all the treasure hunting, the bottle digging, the metal detector. I miss all of that, but it's just finding time to do it with everything else that's going on. Our lives are incredibly busy. Really, really
in a
busy.
Good way.
Yeah, in a positive way. We're absolutely thankful for the fact that our lives are that busy. Yeah. But sometimes you've just got to prioritise certain elements of your life.
Yeah.
So
after we got the buyer done, then we could start thinking about things that were a little bit more fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Such as a boat.
Yeah.
Fun and exciting are maybe not the words I used at the time.
Terrifying and very frustrating. If you watch the videos, you'll know we got the boat and stuff just started going wrong, left, right and centre. The boat is actually really good and the engine is too, but there was a lot that needed doing to it and a lot that needed working out as well because I didn't know what I was doing. I'd never done it before.
You really did not know what you was doing.
No, but I had to learn, so I did. I kind of know what I'm doing now, but at the start of the season, I was like a cowboy chocolate wafer.
I don't actually think we put all of the incidents on the channel because we got so stressed out with how many things started going wrong that we decided to put a positive spin on it and start featuring it when it started going right. And it did.
That sunset, do you remember that? As we were coming back in, the sun was setting behind the boat. And then catching lobsters and langoustines and learning how to lobster pot and all that. The next season should be really... I was going to say plain sailing. I am not saying plain sailing.
And we've also had a chance to pick up our creative practices as well. In my new studio, I've been doing paintings again. Thank you so much to everyone that has bought from the Etsy store or has shared it or favorited it. Everything, every bit of support really does help us out and we're just so pleased. And it's not just me doing the painting. Willie's actually managed to make some music this year.
Yeah, I had some time. I finally got around to putting out the song, These Old Walls, and thanks so much to everyone that bought a copy of that so far. I really do appreciate that.
Oh, hello. Yes, we can't go any further without mentioning Jack Spaniels because I think the move has been pretty awesome for him too.
Oh my god, Jack Spaniels is in absolute doggy heaven. He's got his own private drinking fountain.
Yeah, Jack no longer drinks from his drinking bowl unless he absolutely has to.
Drinks out of the barn almost exclusively. He's also got the run right round the house, the garden goes right round the house, it's all fenced in, nice and safe, he can't get out. But also, right in front of the house, there's an enormous beach.
Not only that, there's also a forest.
And a river.
And a river. And we're not too far from the mountains as well, so this is just Jack's ideal playground. Although, I have to say, I think it took him about 6 months to get used to the idea of this being home.
Yeah, I think so.
For several months, he just would refuse to go to bed.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Absolute refusal.
Even after being tucked in, he would run through and jump on the sofa.
Yeah. I think it was around the 6-month mark, we just said one night, it's bedtime. And he just went and trotted off.
Yeah. And ever since then, he's just completely fine.
Yeah.
Loves his bed. Happy days.
It was literally like a light bulb moment, and he now, I think, this is his home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and let's not forget Yolanda Lansbury, our new Land Rover. Absolutely amazing vehicle. Absolutely what we need in this area. Last year we got stuck a couple of times and we couldn't get out of the glen because of sheet ice this thick on the farmer's track. So we bought the right vehicle and it's just great to know that we've got that as a tool to get in and out of the glen if we do get stuck this winter.
Now we want to talk about some of the ups and downs that we've gone through in the past year, because I think a lot of you are really interested to hear how it has gone for us, and we want this to be a really balanced view
Yeah,
of
for
the
sure.
move. It's
Of
not
course.
all magical fairy pools.
No. Well, this house, as you know, is very old. We know it's old because it was on the 1843 Ordnance Survey map. And as a result, it's a bit damp in places. All old cottages are.
All of the window embrasures started getting little bits of mould. Behind the chest of drawers in the bedroom
Yeah.
was just sort of a wall of mould.
Yeah, had a bigger beard than me. It is a bit of an issue, but we've learned to live with it and we've learned to control it as well. We've got a dehumidifier that we run in the rooms and we move it around if it's particularly bad.
We've had a few little mices.
Yeah, mainly in the loft. Well, only in the loft actually.
Yeah, fortunately, and again, touch wood, we've not had them in the house, but we have had to deal with them up in the loft.
We use those humane traps and then we just drive them away into the woods in the next glen and let them go.
These are some of the problems we might not have had to deal with if we had like a snazzy new build, but
Yeah.
that's part and parcel with living in an old cottage. I think it's an acceptable compromise for the history and the character that we get from this place. Because it's so old, it's probably gone through its share of sadness and heartbreak as well as the positive times, but I think there's just something about having an old cottage and knowing you're part of that story. The weather on Skye is a fickle friend. When it's good, it is absolutely amazing. Blue skies, sunshine, absolutely no wind whatsoever.
Flat loch, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. And obviously we do a lot of our filming when the weather is like that because wind and rain and snow and hail is not good for cameras and for talking.
And the drone.
And the drone.
You can't put a drone up when it rains, so...
Yeah, if you think we have like quite a skewed view of the weather on Skye, that's because we do a lot of our outdoors filming when it is good weather, but you do get some humdingers.
You get some belting weather. Well, belting as in the sense that it belts you and almost knocks you on the bum.
Long stretches of just rain and cloud and dreariness, and you start to think it's never going to change, but it always does.
Yeah, then one day it just goes bing, beautiful sunshine, gorgeous again.
The other thing as well that's different is obviously we're a lot further north than we were before, and as well, because you're surrounded by mountains and hills, is that there's not a lot of daylight in the winter time. We're a couple of weeks out from the shortest day now, and we will probably get sunlight direct into the glen between about 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 in the afternoon.
We have the daylight, but if you imagine we're in the middle of a glen, it's this shape. We got mountains on this side, mountains on that side.
The sun
It
goes
takes
like
a while
this.
for the sun to go over.
We really like the seasonal changes. A lot of people wouldn't like the darkness you get in the wintertime here, but it is balanced out by amazingly long days in the summertime.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, people say they've got a favourite season, and I don't have a favourite season. I love all the seasons, and what I find is when the next one's coming along, you look forward to it. And I don't mean more than the last one. You just look forward to the changes, but I think it's because I'm a forager as well. Like, I like going out into the wilderness and being in touch with nature and eating it. It makes you feel really in touch with the natural world, I suppose. That sounds really hippie, but it's really, really nice, and particularly in a place like this where you're completely surrounded by nature.
Talking about nature, we definitely have to mention that elephant in the room, the midges.
Oh, the midges.
So many people were worried about how we were going to cope with the midges, and you know what? It's not been as bad as we thought it was going to be.
It's been nowhere near as bad. Unless you stand outside naked in the middle of August and with absolutely no wind, because they can't land on you if there's any more than 6 mile an hour wind, you're fine. And if it does get like really bad one evening, which it hasn't so far, you've got a fire pit you can light outside, or you know what, you just come inside. If you're in a tent, then there is pretty much no escape. Whereas if you've got a house, you just get in, shut the door quickly. It's not like biblical, like...
No.
And I have had that in the Highlands, like a cloud, and they descend.
Yeah.
We haven't had that here.
No.
The other thing, particularly Sarah was worried about, was the remoteness. Skye is connected by a road bridge, so you can drive over the bridge and we can be back on the mainland within an hour. We got Portree, we've got Broadford, we've got local independent shops like the community shop in Carbost. There's a pub just up the road. We've got friends here now as well. Yes, it looks remote, and yes, sometimes it does feel a little bit remote, but actually we're fairly well connected whilst having this beauty and this feeling of or sense of remoteness at the same time.
We had some people telling us early on in the channel that where we are isn't remote at all, and we shouldn't be saying that, but remote to me is a relative concept. So remote to someone who's lived on Shetland for all their life is very different to someone who's grown up in London. Those two people have very different ideas of what remote means, and this place feels less remote to us now than it did a year ago. Then it did really feel like we were leaving everything we knew behind, and now we've lived it for a year, it's not the same. We're quite a way away from maybe family and friends that we were a lot closer to and a lot easier to get to before.
Yeah.
But the payoff is that we live somewhere that is amazing, and we get this quiet and peace that we've wanted. I think one of the major factors though is obviously having the bridge. Skye is an island. A few people, once the bridge was built, might disagree with the fact that it is still an island, because
It's still an island.
it's the only Scottish island that has a bridge across to it, the only major one.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would say that doesn't count as an island anymore. If you're getting postage from the south of England, they definitely count it as an island and charge you accordingly. There's a few companies that will charge you an arm and a leg. Genuinely, like, we've been so impressed with how quickly it is to get a lot of deliveries. And our post office, Eve at the post office, and our posties are really, really good, and they come through hell and high water. Patch and Emma, who do it, they've dealt with Jock the Bull and all of the stuff that comes with working in this rural location. So thank you so much, guys. We do appreciate that.
The other thing that, you know, the swear word in some places on Skye is tourism. The tourism is an issue on Skye. There are quite a lot of the roads that can't keep up with the amount of traffic that comes through. The infrastructure isn't really designed for the number of people that come through every year.
We know that there's a lot of things that we experience on the island which are only here because of tourism. Food shops are things that we need, we've got the petrol stations, we've got the amazing cafes and restaurants that we've got here as well, the galleries. There's so many things that we appreciate and use. Tourism is definitely not a bad thing inherently. It's just that we have also seen the effects of over-tourism in places and irresponsible tourism as well. So
that's the problem. The roads are a part of it, a smaller part of it. It's mainly people that aren't being considerate.
I guess the last thing that we sort of considered when we moved here and we were worried about, with good reason as it turned out, was the internet situation. The first day we moved in was very fraught because we tried to go down a route of having internet router with a SIM card, and there was absolutely zero.
Deed is a dodo. Didn't work.
Nothing. It has to be said, we still use those SIM cards in our phones, and we do get pretty good signal. It's not enough for streaming, it's not enough really for FaceTiming, and it's not enough definitely for uploading videos.
Definitely.
So that first night, I genuinely thought it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, we were a bit panicked, and then we went down the Starlink route as it was the only option available to us. We did make a video about Starlink, and it's a very simple thing to set up. This is not an advert, we are not sponsored by Starlink at all, but we put it up and it worked. And it's solid, and it's fast, and it's reliable. A few of our viewers have asked if we were paid to appear in a Starlink video, and the answer honestly is they took a piece of our video from YouTube and they used it in their advert, and they didn't ask us. But no, we're not being paid for it, and no, we're not sponsored by them. They just literally used their copyrighted material without permission. Way, well done, guys.
Having said that, it is the only thing that works for us. So at this point in time, that's what we're sticking with. And we honestly don't have any complaints about it. So yeah, there we go. It has been a year of Skye life, and it has absolutely flown by. Despite there being some downs as well as the ups, I don't think we would change anything.
No, I know you love it as well, but I'm just in heaven here. I absolutely love it here.
And we are just really excited for what next year will bring. We're going to have a little brother for Jack coming, Norrie. Yes, we're going to go pick up Norrie soon. The madness that ensues with Jack around is just going to double.
No, because he's a puppy, so he has more energy than Jack.
Quadruple.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, we're going to be getting the boat back out.
More walks, more art, more music, more. There's lots of things in the pipeline.
Yeah, we have a big long list of places we want to explore, things we want to do, getting out into the garden and doing some work in the garden as well.
Vegetables, hopefully this year, puppy permitting.
Maybe some stuff on the house.
Actually, I don't know how we're going to get it all done in 1 year from now.
Well, fortunately, we've got more time than that.
Well, that's true.
We'd just like to say again, massive thank you to everyone that has watched our videos, liked, commented, subscribed over the past year, everyone that's bought from Etsy, everyone that's bought your single, all of our Ko-fi supporters and our patrons. You guys are absolute superstars, and we can't wait to keep living the Skye life and sharing it with you.
Absolutely. So
was that too cheesy?
No. So from our wee family of 1, 2, 3, soon to be 4.
We didn't even practice that.
No, we didn't. To everyone that's watched us, to everyone that's supported us, have a fantastic 2024.
Watch our videos right the way to the end, you might not know that we always put a blooper section in our videos.
Speaking of which, we've put together a blooper reel that covers the whole of our first year on Skye.
So enjoy, these are our favourite funny moments from the past year, and we will see you again next year for plenty more.
Cheers!
Or hit subscribe to... Damn it! To... Yeah, just wait till it's your turn.
I'll do it first take. One of the first takes. This is just dark.
Sorry, I moved my foot. It wasn't a fart. It wasn't a fart.
It was a fart.
It wasn't a fart.
Sarah looking very
Contemplative.
Try that again.
Willie's really the fodger. The fodger?
Structurally, it's pretty solid.
Right.
Edward Woodward. Also, it's not the most north. So yeah, it's not even the most northern. So yeah, it's not the most north. So it's not even the most northerly place in Scotland, or the. It's not even the most northerly point in the British Isles, anyway. Which is the most northerly point of Britain. Well,
mainland Britain.
Which is the most northerly point in mainland.
The mainland.
We found this hammock thing that we think some local kids have made, and we've got to just jump on there, obviously. Whoa! 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 I'm stuck! I've tied myself! What's going on? That's not ideal. Man. Can you come and free me from the thorn? I'm stuck. Ow! Can you get it?
How did you do this?
Help! I'm stuck! Get it off! You didn't do anything at all! You did absolutely nothing! Sarah, we're not going to put that bit in the video. We're going to do like a normal version now. We're going to get in the hammock now. Oh, I've done it again! I've done the same thing again! Help! I'm not joking.
How have you done that?
That was okay, it's all forgiven. Oh man! How did that happen again? Oh man, we're gonna have to film it again. I've got jaggies in my leg now.
I don't think I can do this now with a straight face.
How did I do that again? I thought I got rid of it. Right, let's do it again. Take 3, I'm absolutely knackered. Let's get in the hammock. Whoa! 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 Oh! This is so relaxing.
No, it's not quite Barbados, is it?
I don't know, man. I could do with a rum right now. Oh, hi, Jack.
Hi. Always getting in the way of my photos, aren't you? Jack! We do not disturb the frog spawn. Jack! 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 No. Please don't squish it, Jack. Jack. That's not helpful. That's for a spider.
Is he just swimming? He's bringing us to the shore. Jack, he's taking us to the shore. Take the stick off him.
Drop it now.
Let go, Jack.
Oh. You helping me set up the shot, Jack? That's nice of you. Jack attack.
And that is why you should never work with children or animals. Hi, folks! I know he's dropped his stick. Nightmare. 3, 2. Hi, folks! What's your cup? Right, just do another one. 3, 2. Hi, folks! I didn't even see you, you monster! Alright, he's flying back up. Okay.
Right,
God, Jack,
right,
calm
right.
down. You're going to stand on my bits.
3, 2.
2. Hi, folks!
What is his problem?
I don't know. Oh, he's back. He's back. Jump up. Oh, don't jump on my bits. He keeps putting his paw right in my... Jack, calm down, dude.
Oh my god.
Right.
Right.
This time.
Can we do it really calmly?
Jack, we're meant to be professionals. I'm just going to start calling it Willie sauce. There we go. Easier. So you put in your Willie sauce.
No one wants Willie sauce.
She slipped, oops. You okay?
That was graceful.
As beautiful as this is, you'll always get numpties coming down and getting legless. And just go back to
Oops.
bloopers. See you later!
No, don't show them how messy it is.
Look how messy it is! Whoa! I'm spinning out!
Just gotta get the calendars now and make another video.
Another one.
And 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 another one.
It's the Truman Show. It's the Truman Show.
This is why we don't record after we've been drinking alcohol. I'm almost certain that health and safety procedures are being followed. I just don't know how many.
What day is it now? 10? 9?
10 now,
10?
isn't it?
I don't know.
She's recording it.
This is why we always film in time lapse. Well, Richard's also in the shot smoking a fag.
In the shop smoking a fag.
In the reflection. It's day 2 of the shit. No. Right, here we are. It's day whatever it is. And job, as Richard just said, is a good one.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I hope my tool is big enough.
No frustration at all.
That's not what you said earlier.
Yeah, but I wasn't on camera earlier.
And Sarah's dancing on our new floor. Hey!
Hey!
Over my shoulder there was a storm brewing and a rainbow came out, which would have been a surprise had I known it was there. The next thing that happened though, well, that definitely came as a surprise. That thing bouncing away? Yep, that's my bucket. No, it doesn't have power. Where's Richard?
He's taking a boat for a walk. Someone get fish poo on their head, Jack. Did he just have to have a wash? Maybe a meal? Am I looking for lobster's balls right now?
Yeah.
Is it gonna nip me? Oh!
And this is the problem with the shots that you set up on a tripod. You do the shot, then you've got to walk all the way back to get your phone.
Oh, maybe that was too far. Oh.
Ah! No!
We will see you
Da-da-la-da.
next week. You made me do it by myself. We will see you
Ba-ba-la-da-da.
in 2
Next
weeks.
week. No, next week.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You've just said
Okay,
it.
right, go again.
Ah, Amateur.
And we will see you. Wah, da-da-da-da.
Don't do this to me! Every time! Every time.
Sorry. Next week.
Poo!
Should we do that again? That's like you can't shout poo and then jump out the screen. Poo! We're leaving our suburban life, moving over the sea to Skye. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see when we're living the Skye life. Living the Skye life. I don't know about you or me, but Jack Spaniels is definitely ready for his interview.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Clumsiest woman in the world.
No, it was Jack.
No, she's blaming the dog.
His head. New Year's Eve.
Hogmanay. It's called Hogmanay.
Hogmanay.
Like if you're in a cave. What year
Well,
is
there's
this?
no escape in a cave. And I don't think...
I think Jack's dreaming.
Is he twitching?
He's twitching. He's chasing pussycats. Yeah.
No, don't say it. He said it.
Click here to subscribe to Live in the Skye Life.
Click here to go back to the start of our adventures with our very first episode.